Hello there, gang, and welcome to another episode of Displaying-Model-Behaviour, the Earth's mightiest video podcast. And today on the show we have a complete review of the ramen-racer from ramen-toys. Oh my giddy lord. I've been waiting to do this review for a little while. I did a little preview review about a week ago because I wanted to get some initial thoughts out, but now I've had some time to really get to know this little piece. I got some thoughts. You want to hear about them? Here it goes. But before we get started, I need to address the elephant in the room. I know you're all thinking it, Dave, you look a bit cooler than normal. Well, that's very kind of you to say so. And of course, the only reason for that is I'm rocking these badass t-shirts from Into the AM. Oh yeah, the graphic designs on these things, they look pretty freaking badass. And you can get them as well if you go over to Into the AM by clicking my link in the description below. They're currently doing a whole pack of bundle offers. You can get 3 t-shirts for $60 plus an extra 10% off if you use my link down there. Just like a man who can't pronounce his T's or his F's, you can't say fairer than that then. So if you go and follow the link, buy up some t-shirts, fill out your wardrobe, it really helps out the channel because they get to look at the numbers and go, hey, model behavior folks, this little sponsorship deal's paying off. That's the goal. So gang, check out Into the AM. Thank you so much for the support. Let's talk ramen-racer. So here is the huge box for the ramen-racer on the Spinatron 5000. Lovely graphic design going on there, but we're not interested in the box. We want to see the car itself, and we can take it out of the packaging, and oh my goodness, you can see this thing of beauty here precariously rotating on the Spinatron 5000, and man, it does look the mutts nuts. So having this in hand, it was very easy to get a little bit overly excited. And I think that's kind of the joy of it, really. I do love action figures that just get you kind of a little bit giddy. This got me giddy, but it also got me a little bit concerned as well, because I was thinking, Dave, are the things you're about to say just based on the initial hype and hoopla? Because also, full disclosure, I want to make that very clear. Should have said that sooner. This was sent to me from ramen-toys. I mean, hey, nice little bonus from putting in thousands of hours making YouTube videos. I got myself a nice little ramen-racer. But they said, hey, here's the car, do with it what you will, make a review. And I was like, okay, but I gotta make it clear, if I don't like something, I got to talk about it. I got my journalistic integrity over here. And Ace from ramen-toys went, you integrity? That's hilarious. And I was like, okay, but seriously, I gotta call it like I see it. He said, don't worry about it. Here, take the car, have some fun, do with it what you will. Well, guess what? I'm very happy to give my thoughts because dang it, they're some good thoughts. But again, with getting caught up in the hype and hoopla, I thought, okay, well, am I getting worked up? Let's see, do other people have reviews? It turns out ramen-toys sent out a couple of different cars to a couple of different YouTubers. First of all, ouch, exactly how many YouTubers are you seeing, ramen-toys? But I was reassured to see a couple of reviews from Articulated Ninja and X-Corpio, both of which were saying very, very similar thoughts to mine. So I'm like, okay, I'm not being biased here. This thing really is the bee's knees. The bee's knees, the cat's pajamas, the mutts nuts, whatever you want to call it. Call it a nice bit of kit. 1/12 scale, perfectly in alignment with your Marvel Legends, your G.I. Joes, not McFarlane because they do a weird, stupid scale. However, you can actually cram McFarlane figures in here as well. So the mechanics, size, and scale of this, fantastic. Just the overall look, you're like, yeah, okay, this passes the visual test. But then how is it put together? I'm happy to say it's put together solid. That's what's great. This is a hefty piece of kit right here. Not crazy heavy. It's not a brick, but you feel like this is a good bit of action figure. It's not lightweight, loosey-goosey, lightweight, baby. No, this is a hefty bit of kit. So let's go from the front to the back. It's funny, when I did my full preview review, I actually didn't have the bumper on. Goes to show I'm not a car guy. I didn't even notice. But yeah, the bumper is great because it's all just magnetized. That's so many little pieces of this are magnetized, and it makes it so much easier to just play about and swap parts in and out. So the bumper can come on and off. You can change the different headlight section as well. So you can have it looking whatever sort of style you want to have. For me, like this is going to be a Blade car, or, you know, some sort of like street vigilante Punisher kind of vehicle. I know that this isn't the car from the Thomas Jane Punisher movie, but it's the one I associate with it. When I see this, I just hear, if you want to step up, You're gonna get knocked down, boom, 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 boom. It's gonna be in my head all day now. So looking at the rest of the car here, you've got the bonnet, or the hood, if you will, which just slides up and down, real nice and smooth. That's what I really like about this. Everything that moves, the doors, the trunk, the hood, it's smooth. There's no jank to it, which I really love, especially with this engine popping up through the top. It'd be real easy to have it slightly misaligned and you have to jimmy it around. No jimmying. Jimmy don't live here. Everything's really smooth. And this is just one of 3 different hoods that you can get. Obviously, I want to have whatever I've got. I want to have it zhuzhed up the most. So I want the huge big engine sticking out of the top. So this is the one that I'm going to have. But you can also have the perfectly flat hood as well. Or you can have the one with the kind of exhaust radiator, whatever it is. That thing. You can have that look as well. For me, it's always going to be the most zhuzhed up version. And then we just go along the car and talking about things not needing to be jimmied. Just the doors. The doors are just real satisfying because they just slam shut so easily. Again, no having to like shift things about to make it work. It's all there. It works the way it should do, which is just satisfying because you just don't know. Because when this car was first pitched, I got to admit, I'll be the first person who looked at it and went, I don't know, this seems a little bit too good to be true. If the big boys couldn't do it, then why should someone with a smaller operation, with a potentially smaller budget, be able to do this and make it as good and cheaper? Of course, Ace from Ramen-Toys was like, yo, Dave, hold my beer, because they delivered. And then we take a little look inside the car, and this is where you really start to see the real nice effects here. Because first of all, let's just push the seat forward and then angle it forward, because you can do that and you can find the room to get at least, not at least, to be fair, to get 2 figures comfortably in the back here. And then we move this seat back and you can see all the detail inside with all the little monitors and the speedometer and the revometer and the kilometer, I don't know, cars, am I right? But yeah, everything that's going on in here just looks real nice. Little attentions to detail, like the leathery texture on the seat, that's great. And even things that I wouldn't have even expected, like a bit of carpeting on the back. That's something that would never have occurred to me. And you see so many companies are eager to find ways of cutting costs. Like, what can we take away? How can we reduce the manufacturing price? How can we make as much bang for our buck as possible? Whereas Ramen-Toys have looked at this and gone, what more can we add? How can we zhuzh this up a little bit? So you got some carpeting on the back there. That's real sweet. And then all the little bits of detail on the gears, not the gears, but on the pedals here. That's what I was trying to say. The pedals have the ridges. Everything looks legit. It looks like a shrunken down car. And again, we just close the door, real nice and smooth. And even the wing mirrors have a reflective surface on there. It's not just the same shiny chrome, which I got to admit also, real shiny. I'm not sure if it's any kind of, it's not a paint, is it? It's just the material that you use. Well, the material is super chrome, super shiny, really just bam, stands out on the shelf, looks gorgeous. But then with the wing mirrors, it actually is a reflective mirror surface. That's real nice, man. Working our way along to the back of the car, I've got one little caveat here. There you go, something that I was like, I don't know about that. We've got this gas tank cap at the back here, and underneath it, you can see there's a USB-C adapter, or not adapter, a port. And this is where you can actually plug in and charge up a removable battery. This is cool. The car doesn't come with a removable battery, but you can buy them very cheap on Amazon. So if you don't want to have the car plugged in to get the lights and sound, boom, you can just have this removable battery, charge it up there, and then it's good to go. That's really cool. But I almost managed to lose this petrol cap in my room because it sort of locks in place, but it's not that secure. So if you're a bit of an excited child, like I find myself to be, you might be throwing the car up and about, and this could come out quite easily. So just be aware that that's going to be the case, so you can keep an eye out, make sure that doesn't go flying off. That's literally the only thing I had to say, what can I gripe about? There's got to be something. Petrol cap. Excellent. It's like, okay, there you go. I feel better about that now. But yeah, the look of this car, absolutely gorgeous. The chrome on the hubcaps looks so good. At the back as well, you've got the removable tail lights as well, so you can replace the different style of tail lights. You can cater this to however you want it to look. The more I play with it, the more I'm like, yes, this is good. But that's not the full story, because of course, on top of this, you got the Inferno Pack, and that is where this thing comes to life. So behold the flaming Inferno ramen-racer. This thing, okay, I've got to take this little step at a time. First of all, the electronic sounds, the revving of the engine, it's loud. And the lights are bright. I mean, the lights should be bright. They've got 3 of those little disc batteries in each. So that's really gonna zhuzh that up and supercharge it. Because this is an effective night light on its own. It's so bright. It's really great. But what I love are the different settings you've got for the lights. So you've got the constantly on one, so you've got the constant headlights and tail lights on. But then if you want to, you can have the revving effect in time with the lights flaring and flickering. And also you've got the lights flickering on the dashboard as well. I didn't even think about that. I mean, of course they can do that. That makes so much sense. So yeah, you can have this great sort of effect of the car kind of chugging and ticking over and the lights just flickering with it. It looks creepy. It looks supernatural. It's, I really dig that. And then of course the wheels themselves that you can swap over. It's so simple. That's a big thing for me, because ramen-toys were smart to send this to me, because as a test model, it's like, trust me, if I can break something, I will. If I can get confused or baffled by something, I will. If there's a problem, I'm gonna find it. If there's a chance you might drop the petrol cap, this dude's gonna do it. But luckily, I managed to just change everything so simple, because all you gotta do, this is a great little touch as well. The front of the car has this little magnetic spoiler. So you can take the spoiler off and you can use that to take the hubcaps off of the wheels. And then underneath there, you've got the screws, just change, it's just 1 screw each. Bop, bop, bop. So easy. And then of course with the flame effects themselves, they sit separate from the wheel. That's really great. So then you can actually push the car around, you can move it, you can slide it along the floor, and the flames won't affect or interact with the movement of the wheels. That's real sweet. That's real nice. I really dig that. So then of course with the engine as well, you've got the separate flaming piece for the engine and a separate top piece, which again is connected with magnets. Always with the magnets. That works really fantastically. And you've got the nice little rubber band as well that connects the 2 engine pieces together, just giving it that authentic, legitimate car kind of feel. And also mixed media. I mean, I know it's only a simple rubber band, but it just makes me feel like, oh, this isn't just one thing. This is different things. And when those different things come together, they make it zhuzhed up and real nice. So yeah, when you got the full display here, the lights are so bright. You can see them shining and illuminating the rest of the set. That's just so freaking cool. I really love it. So all of that put together and combined, you can put any character in here you want. They kind of look amazing. Putting this next to the bike with the Black Widow on there, they just go perfectly. I'm like, little bit smitten. And also the fact that they managed to do this on such a reasonable budget as well, because the initial early bird offers, you could have got this set for less than $200, which is crazy. But also, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Dave, this car looks really cool, but if only there was some kind of cool, flaming skull type person to go in there. Don't worry. ramen-toys have got your back. The first 1,000 people to order this are going to get this cool little flaming skull-looking head. Don't know who it resembles. Seems pretty unique to me. But you can put that on any body you want. Maybe the long shot body? That could work, maybe? But I think that this just kind of sets the whole thing off. So that's for the first 1,000 people to order this. And yeah, it's got a little articulated jaw. I love that the flames are slightly different colors and tones in the light. Man, it does. It sings to me, man. This whole thing, it sings to me. Also, of course, you can get the other version, the burnt orange version, which looks, I don't know, kind of hazardous, if you will. And that's got different wheels as well, with more sort of old school kind of hubcaps, so you can have those different looks for it as well. For me, it was always gonna have to be the jet black street vigilante kind of look to it. But if you want 2 different flavors of ramen-racer, boom, they're right there for you. And this is great because I've been following ramen-toys for a long time now, but I've never actually had anything of theirs in hand. And that was always the case. And I'd say to Ace as well, I'm like, dude, I love singing your praises for what you're showing us, but until you deliver, it's all gonna be up in the air and nebulous. And I gotta give him credit. He was so sort of wry and sly. He's like, oh, don't worry, we're getting to that. And then boom, they did, and they delivered. So there you go. I can officially say ramen-toys, they make good on their promises, because this thing lives up to the hype. So if you want to pick yourself up a ramen-racer, you can go on over to ramen-toys, and they've got all the different SKUs. So you can have just the car, you can have the car with the Inferno Pack, you can have the orange one, whatever way you want to piece it together, you can get what works for you. So that's really, really cool. And guys, in conclusion, it's time to give this sucker a grade. So as a final grade for the ramen-racer, I have got to give this car 5 stars and a boom seal of model behavior. It's so rare where something will be promised and then the company actually delivers on that promise. But here it is, live and in living color. This thing's kind of beautiful. And gang, that does it for my ramen-racer review. Thank you so much for watching. What do you think about this car? Comment below, let me know. And ramen-toys, thank you so much for sending me this preview copy. I'm very happy that I had a lot of good things to say about it. And gang, if you want to help out the channel, you can go over to Into the AM and check out the different offers they have there for some badass graphic design t-shirts that really help support the channel. Gang, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, keep displaying model behavior.